Om. Om. Om Sadashivasamarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om. Extremely happy to see all the delegates from various parts of this country. I thank our Pujya Swamiji Sharadananji for giving me this wonderful opportunity to study, contemplate and share on this knowledge. Before I start, I just wanted to say few things. I have been posted in Chinmaya Mission Madurai for past 27 years. So most of my talks they are only in Tamil. I am more proficient in Tamil language. In Madurai, everybody loves to listen only in their own mother tongue. So I rarely get an opportunity to take a class or do satsangas in English. So I am not that proficient in English language. But since it is Vedanta, then Swamiji requested me, and it is also our own Chinmaya family, without hesitating, I immediately accepted this. So here and there, some grammatical mistakes will be there. Sometimes I get stuck with some vocabulary. Never mind. But if you are finding it, difficult to understand, you can always, get it clarified with me. Is it clear now? You are able to follow my language? Okay. We will be taking up a beautiful text written by Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. Originally it is written in Tamil. Later it was translated into Sanskrit. Bhagavan also has seen it and approved it. And he himself translated this into Malayalam also. So this text is available in Sanskrit, Tamil and Malayalam. I was very fortunate as a brahmachari to listen directly from our Pujya Guruji, this Upadesha Sara text. So all my thoughts will be only Guruji's thoughts. I have just contemplated on it. I would be only presenting what I learned from Guruji. It contains 30 beautiful verses. No, I am not, getting into the details of Ramana Maharishi's life, because probably that you can read. You all know he was born on 30th December 1879. There is a small village near Madurai. It's a beautiful village. It is called Tiruchuri. So, if after the camp, if you want to come, you can come. I am willingly, I can take you all to that place. And there his house is still there. Beautiful house, a small house. Then there is a Shiva temple just adjacent to that place. Later he moved from that place to, Dindukal. There is another place, and most of the time before he left for Tiruvannamalai, he spent only at Madurai. So in Madurai also, the place where he had that experience of death, that is there. There is no extraordinary, childhood experiences that you find in Maharishi. Probably he was sleeping too much. He used to continuously, most of the time, he used to sleep. But it was not, like an ordinary sleep. Sometimes he will lock the room and he will go into the sleep. People, they have to just break the door to wake him up. And in 1896, when he was staying with his brother at Madurai, he had a strange feeling. Suddenly, a fear of death suddenly gripped up his mind. Then he started inquiring about death. In fact, he just enacted it. And in his own words, he has recorded that experiences. Probably much later you will find all those informations today in books or internet. One thing was very clear after that particular experience. He understood the body is totally different from this soul, or the Jivatma is nothing to do with the body. So the indwelling self, the so-called Atmavastu, is deathless. Death can, never touch that soul. The soul is essentially immortal. So this was not just theoretically he understood. From that experience, he could, really feel that he was not this body. The same year in 1896, I think, on September 1st, he reached Tiruvannamalai. You know about Tiruvannamalai. He stayed there. He continued his tapas, and much later, because of Kavyakanta Ganapati Muni, he came out and then he started sharing this knowledge. Probably in 1927, if I remember, he composed this Upadesha Sara. See, one of his close disciple, this is Muruganar. He was writing or he was translating Shiva Puranam from Sanskrit into Tamil. At one particular portion where, Lord imparts this great knowledge to the ascetics of Darukavanam. So there is a place called Darukavanam. This is exactly where this Upadesham by Lord Shiva was given to the ascetics. That place is there. 15 days back I was there actually. Every year I visit. I would have visited more than 25 times. So it is just beyond Almora. Even Swami Vivekananda also roamed and visited those places. It is a lovely place. It is called Jageshwar. And that place is covered by, if you go inside, it's Dwarkavanam. It's a beautiful, there is a temple, Jageshwar, and there is a Mrityunjayeshwar temple. And exactly the place where all these Dwarka Munis, they were performing these rituals, and Lord appeared before them and gave this knowledge. Still these places, they do exist. If you are interested, even I can take you to those places also. It's such a lovely places, and they are not places meant just for worship. See, there are many places you find where temples are very popular and you can go and worship, but these are all the places they meant to do some kind of a tapas. These places are meant for that. There, that Dwarkavana Munis, they were constantly, engaging themselves in all kinds of rituals. They never believed in supreme knowledge. They thought only rituals can produce all the results. If you continuously start doing rituals, those karmas will produce results. Even the Lord also, the Ishwara also, if someone performs these karmas, he has to give results to them. So Ishwara is also only an instrument according to them. It is only the karma. By performing karma, one can gain all the results. So they always thought karma is superior to everything. Even karma is superior to the Lord also. So in order to dispel their ignorance, their arrogance, Lord wanted to teach them, because they were not ordinary people, highly disciplined. They were performing these austerities, they were doing all these kinds of, karmas, but they were never showing any interest in this particular knowledge. So Lord wanted to teach them, a kind of a lesson. And in a way, out of compassion, he wanted to impart the supreme knowledge to these Dwarkavana Munis. So he appeared, in the form of a small, brahmachari, in a charming form, like a brahmachari. So when all these Rishi Patnis, when they saw the beauty of that child, he was not young and all, he was just like Vamana Avataram. So just they got carried away by the beauty of that brahmacharis. Then the ascetics got, angry. They had so much of siddhis. Then in fact, they engaged a kind of, battle with the Lord. They fought with him. Finally, the Lord defeated all the ascetics. See, in spite of all their achievements, all their success, so much of tapas, having all the siddhis, see, when they were defeated by a small brahmachari, they were just humbled. They couldn't accept it. Finally, when they appealed to that form to reveal, to them, then the Lord in that form revealed to them and imparted this knowledge. When this portion Muruganar was writing, he thought Ramana Maharshi is the, the fittest person to translate these teachings, the essence of the entire teaching which was given by the Lord. We in Tamil Nadu, we all believe he is the incarnation of Lord Subramanya himself. Ramana Maharshi is the incarnation of Lord Subramanya. So therefore he knew all these teachings. So then Ramana Maharshi agreed. Then he translated those verses, those teachings. Now probably you are all, studying Prakarana Granthas. Probably you must have studied Tattva Bodha, Atma Bodham. So these are all the texts, they are called Prakarana Granthas. They will introduce all Vedantic, terminologies, the basic concepts you will learn. But Upadesha Saram is not a Prakarana Grantha. These 30 verses, this particular text, is the essence of entire spiritual knowledge. So in one text you will find everything. So in these 30 verses, Lord discusses about various spiritual paths, popularly known as Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. So these are all, they are not different paths. Each will supplement another path. They are not independent paths, one leading to the another. And all know that knowledge is the supreme path. So probably in 11 or 12 classes, I will, try to explain all these 30 verses. Is it clear? Okay, shall we start? So, normally will you repeat? Okay. We will take up the first verse. Karturajñaya prapyate palam. Karma kim param karma tajjadam. Karturajñaya prapyate palam. Karma kim param karma tajjhatam. In this particular verse, it is said, karma is not superior. Why karma is not superior is explained in this particular verse. See, the direct meaning is given, kartuhu ajñaya. See, the word, it starts with kartu. That itself is the most auspicious word. The karta means the Lord. And sometimes we can interpret as the doer also, the Jivatma also. We will see that. Kartuhu means by the Lord. Ajñaya means by the command of the Lord. Prapyate palam. All the results are achieved, or all the results are gained only by the command of the Lord. Lord is the karmaphala dhata. Ishwara gives all the results of karma. Then Maharshi says, karma kim param. Then how is action the all supreme? So action cannot be supreme. Karma kim param, karma cannot be supreme. Not only that, karma tat jadam, tat karma jadam. All the actions that we perform, they are only inert. Therefore, karma by itself cannot produce any results, because karma is inert. Is it clear now? Now, in this first verse, we have to analyze these three words, three important words. One is karta. Karta means the doer or Ishwara. We will see both the interpretation. Then the second one is karmaphala. Karmaphala means the result of action. The third one is karma, action. So we have to determine the true nature of karma. What is karma? Then what is the nature of karmaphala? And who is the doer? What is the nature of the doer? Now all these things, karma, karmaphala, the karta, action, the result of the action, and the performer or the doer of the action, are they independent? Are they supreme? Or they are all by themselves limited? If karma is limited, karmaphala is limited, and even the doer who is performing the karma, even if he is limited, then who is supreme? You got it? Now, these three things, therefore, the nature of karma, karmaphala, and karta, we will try to study about this. Now, first we will take this karmaphala, the results of action, we will dwell on it. Is it ultimate? Or are these karmaphala, the results of actions, by themselves, are they independent? Are they supreme? So this we will take about. Now all of us are continuously engaged in some kind of action. We are constantly doing something or not doing something also. See, doing also an action, not doing also amounts to action only. So don't think that by not doing, it is not an action. Even if you do something, it is also an action. Not doing anything, it is also an action. Why we say that? Because even if you do also, you get tired. If you don't do anything, you will get more tired. So either way, karma also tires you. Then if you don't do anything, just try, sit. Not doing anything, a man gets more, tired. Therefore, both fall into the category of karma only. And we cannot, even for a moment also, we cannot keep quiet. So we engage ourselves constantly into some kind of karma. Sometimes karma doesn't mean just physically doing something alone is not a karma also. Physically doing, not doing, then there is a third category. Sometimes we may sit, physically we may be idle, but our mind is constantly, thinking about something. It is always engaged. We can just keep the body idle, but it is possible to stop the mind thinking. So we cannot stop our mind from thinking, and the mind is constantly thinking. So somehow or other, we are all always engaged in some kind of an activity. Now the question generally asked is, why do we do it? Or not do also? Sometimes we are doing, sometimes we just refuse to do it. Sometimes you can listen, now you can refuse to listen also. So, why we do or why we don't do it? This is the question. Why do I engage myself in some kind of activity? Can I ask you questions sometimes in between? No. Why do we do? So, we always do some kind of a karma expecting or anticipating some kind of a material result. Therefore, we engage ourselves into karma. So, karmaphala is the main theme for all of us. So, we all perform karma and we wanted to achieve a desired material result. And if the desired results are achieved, we are happy. If desired results are not achieved, we are not happy. Now you want happiness or you don't want happiness? What do you want? You want happiness. Now what is karma phala then? What is the result of action then? What is the result of action? Happiness is the result of action. So result of action, karma phala, is not some material result. End of the day, when you do perform some karma, you wanted to achieve the desired result. And that result you want only in the form of happiness. You don't want unhappiness. So therefore, all of us expect what? We all expect only happiness. So karmaphala means what? Karmaphala is not some kind of a material gain. In fact, through this material achievement, ultimately what man wants, what man desires is only happiness. Unfortunately, we have a very strong belief only the objects outside us can give us permanent happiness. So this is how our mind is trained. See, whenever I want happiness, immediately I think that if I fulfill all the material desires, only the fulfillment of material desire will give me a permanent happiness. See, this is how I have trained. This is my belief. So whenever I want to, experience happiness, immediately I just go behind, the objects, because that is how I am designed also. So there is a beautiful verse in Upanishad which says, Paranchikani Vetrunat Swayambhu Na Parang Pashyati Antaratma Kaschid Dhiraha Atmanam Aikshat Avrita Chakshuhu Amritatvam Icchan. So Paranchi Kani means all our senses. Paranchi, they are always extroverted. They always look outward. See, that is how the senses are punished. Vyatrunat means, the senses are punished to be extroverted. So, it is a manufacturing defect actually. Rather to say it is manufacturer's defect. So our senses are always constantly they are outward, running after, some kind of an object, and it wanted to, through that, enjoying that object, it wanted to fulfill, or gain happiness. But unfortunately, all this, we have right from childhood, we have fulfilled so many desires. We have, enjoyed so many objects. Do all these objects give me permanent happiness? Do they give? Do they give? They never give permanent happiness. So immediately I leave that happiness because sometimes I get bored, by enjoying only one object. Then immediately I shift, I jump from one object to another object. Throughout our life, what I am doing, to gain happiness, to experience happiness, all the time I am only, running after one after another objects. But unfortunately, the permanent happiness is always elusive. Because the outside world or worldly objects cannot give me permanent happiness. If karmaphala itself is superior, if karmaphala itself is an independent, then all this, when I do some karma and when I get some results, it should permanently make me happy. But it doesn't make me happy. So therefore, the karmaphalas are not superior. They are not permanent. See, this is how we have to determine the nature of karmaphala. So certainly there is no doubt every karma produces some kind of results. And it is so evident, it gives me momentary pleasure also, there is no doubt about it. But it doesn't, give any everlasting happiness which I am seeking. If we can find everlasting happiness only in karma and karma phala, then we need not study all these scriptures. There is no need to study all these scriptures. If man discovers happiness only in action, then he need not meditate at all. He need not contemplate. Then action itself becomes superior. So therefore, the first conclusion is karmaphala is not superior, because the karmaphala, what we want is only happiness is the karmaphala. But what we get is only a momentary happiness. It is not the everlasting happiness that we gain by performing these karmas, through these karmaphalas. Is it clear? Now, therefore, karmaphala is not superior. Hope you are convinced. At least think about it. Don't get convinced. No, think about it, more about it. Now, why karma is not independent? Karma phala is not independent. Karma phala is limited. Therefore, karma phala is not independent. Karma phala is also limited. Why we say karma phala is limited? Because the karma phala always depends on some karma. See, only when some karma is performed, karma phala is produced. Therefore, the second topic is karma, about karma. So, first we have seen about karma phala, the result of action. Now, we will just discuss about the action, whether karma is superior. Now, we have dismissed, the karma phala is not superior. Now, let us investigate about karma, because without performing karma, karma phala cannot be gained. Therefore, karma phala is depending on what? On karma. Now, is this karma is independent? The karma is also not independent, because the karma is depending on some doer. See, karma cannot perform by itself. In order to perform a karma, who is required? A karta is required. So, karma is again, karma phala is depending on karma. Karma is depending on a karta. The karta also without instruments. So, the doer also without his own instruments. Now, what are all the instruments that we have? You have studied already all these things. See, we have all, jnanendriyas, karmendriyas, prana, mana, buddhi, chitta, all these, bahya karana and antakarana, internal instruments, external instruments, all put together, they are all my instruments. So, what is karma phala? Karta plus karana plus karma is equal to karma phala. Simple mathematics. So, karma phala, in order to, gain a karma phala, a karta is required, karana is required, then karma is required. So, this karma is also not, it is also limited. Why karma is limited? Because the karma also demands a karta and karana. Without a karta and karana, karma cannot be performed. So, therefore, karma is also limited. You got it now? Karma is also not superior, because again, karma is depending on some doer. Not only that, if you have to perform some karma, see, we are just discussing why karma is also not superior, why karma is also limited. See, slowly we have to just think and investigate about everything. Why karma is limited? Because it requires a place. If you have to do some karma, if I have to speak, I need a place. Without a place, I cannot perform karma. And a particular situation is required. If there is no situation, karma cannot be performed. So, karma needs a place. It needs a kind of a situation. And a particular time is also required. Now, I have to keep looking at it. So, I have to start at exactly 11:30. What time I should finish it? 11:29. So, all the time when I am doing some karma, at the back of my mind, what is there? There is an idea, the concept of time is constantly there. If there is no time, karma cannot be performed, because everything has to be performed in that time. Actually, you should have studied all this Vedanta when you are 16 years old. Now it is already too late. You got it? See, there are certain karmas, it has to be performed only at that particular time. Never mind. At least now, this is the best time. whatever the time available, so we let us make use of this time. So karma, to perform a karma, you need a place, then you need a kind of a situation, time is required, then the one who is performing, he needs tremendous energy. Suppose I have come here, Swamiji also gave wonderful introduction, everything, but if I don't have any energy to speak, without energy, karma cannot be performed. No, you should have that kind of an energy. You must be very energetic. It needs energy. Not only that, there is a time is there, place is there, high energy is there, situation is set. But then I don't know how to read and write Sanskrit also. If there is no skill in the performer, in the doer, karma needs skill. Without skill, karma cannot be performed. No, even if all these parameters, you got it, no? Without all these parameters, karma cannot be performed. So karma is depending on all these things to produce results. And then there are always certain do's and don'ts. Even this place, time, everything is governed by certain law. If there is no law, if there are no rules and regulations, how we can run this course? So from morning to evening, even to perform this karma, there may be a basic fundamental law must be required. There are basic rules and regulations are required. Without rules, if you start doing karma, then it doesn't become karma. It only becomes chaos. Then it is not at all a karma. Then karma becomes chaos. So you need a law. Law must be there. Then most important is, then you need a good health to perform karma. And a lot of emotions are required, thoughts are required. Now you just put on you add all the points. I have just given you few points. So with all that, without all these parameters, karma cannot be performed. Therefore, karma is not the ultimate superior. Karma is also a limited thing. Now my question is, how this limited karma, which itself is depending on so many parameters for its own performance, can give us an everlasting result? Because by itself is dependent. You got it? The karma is depending on something else. Itself is limited. How a limited entity called this karma can give me an unlimited happiness or an unlimited results? Is it possible? Logically, is it possible? Logically, it is not possible. Therefore, karma is also not superior. Not only that, Ramana Maharshi says, karma kim param. What is the word? Karma tat jadam. See, when we say jadam, why we say jadam means not just inert. See, generally jadam we say that inert. Jadam means it is karma kim param, karma tat jadam means it is not independent. It is always depending on some other parameter. Here jadam means it is not independent. It is also limited. Therefore, we say that karma kim param. How we can say that karma is supreme? Karma tat jadam. It is actually jadam. By itself, by karma itself, cannot do anything. You got it? No, somebody gave this watch, a few months back. They say, Swamiji is automatic watch, they said. They said, I was very happy. Then I just kept it. Then after 24 hours, it was not showing any time. Then I called that person. You said it is automatic watch. Then it is not showing any time. No, you have to charge it. Then people say that it is an automatic watch, but by itself it cannot charge. So even, such an entity to function, it is karma. Showing time is karma. But if the watch has to show time, it must be charged. So then the watch is depending on what? The watch is depending on some charger. Now somebody gave automatic washing machine. I thought then it will collect all the clothes, wash everything, and then it will all automatically it will do. I was very happy. But it was not only that. Most of the time I am spending now more in maintenance of that machine. More money is spent only on maintenance. See, if you don't maintain, then all these instruments, even karma, needs to be maintained. If it is already pure, if it is independent, if karma is pure, then it doesn't require any maintenance. Therefore, we say that the karma needs a conscious entity. It must be supported by some conscious entity to maintain it, to look after it. Therefore, neither the karma, nor the karmaphala. So it is not independent. Another beauty is karma or the karana, the instruments, they do not know who is performing the karma. They do not know who is performing. Karma doesn't know, my hands doesn't know who is speaking. Hands doesn't know whether the thief is stealing or he is putting something in other place. The hands doesn't know. So by itself, they don't have any sentiency. They don't have any knowledge. So the knowledge comes from some other source. Therefore, we say that karma is also not superior. Is it clear? Hope it is not boring, no? You are able to just slowly say. Otherwise, see, we have so much insistence on this karma. We say that we have to do. We have to do, there is no doubt. But every doing has its own limitations. You may do the best karma in this world, still you are limited. Still you are limited. You may obtain a best result of karma, still that is not the end of it. You may get the best karmaphala. We say that it is only limited. Still you are unhappy person. Still you are limited. You may have got a best job in hand. Still we are limited. So this karma and karmaphala, they are always limited. Is it not interesting then? Therefore, we see slowly Ramana Maharshi is building. Now, who is the third entity? Therefore, karmaphala and karma is depending on whom now? Now, to the extent now we say that karta is superior to karma and karmaphala. Because without karta, there is no karma, there is no karmaphala. Now, who is this karta? Even the nature of the karta we have to now determine. Because there also we have wrong understanding of it. So, there also we have wrong understanding. Generally, we say that, just purpose of our understanding to start with. Karturajnaya prapyate phala means there will let us take to begin with the karta as the jiva. No, I always think, all the jivas think that, I am doing all the karmas. See, I am the doer. Who is the karta? I am the karta. I can produce any desired result at my own will. How much arrogance we say that I am the doer. I can do anything in this world. Whatever the result I want, the desired result can be produced by me. I can do everything. Is it true? Is it possible? We may say that. See, what happened to the Dwarka Munis? They said this, they were telling the same thing. Even Ishwara has to, give results if karmas are properly performed. Ishwara cannot say no. He is only a karmaphala data. He is not the creator of anything. He only gives us the results. So we are great. We are performing the karma. So the doer is great. The karma is great. So when the doer, a perfect doer, makes a perfect karma, a perfect results are produced. So that is enough. So there is no Ishwara, nothing. We did not believe on them. If this is their philosophy, in spite of all their achievements, they should not have defeated by the Lord. In spite of all their karmaphala, they had all the siddhis also. But with that, in front of that young boy, a small brahmachari, when they were, putting all that, in the battle they were fighting, throwing all the weapons, the Lord just stood. He only kept the yoga danda in front of him. Vasishtha also kept all the yoga danda before Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra was fighting, all these astras and shastras were, just withdrawn into that yoga danda. Then he said, Dik Kshatriya Balam. He said, then, what is the power of Kshatriyas? Before Tapo Balam, the Kshatriya Bala is nothing. So he leaves everything. Otherwise, he thought that I am a king, I can buy anything, I can defeat anybody, I can conquer anybody. What is this old man Vasishtha? He just thought, he just took him for granted. Vasishtha kept quiet. One after another, Vishwamitra was just, throwing all the weapons. Vasishtha did not react. Vasishtha only just kept his yoga danda. In that yoga danda, all the weapons of Vishwamitra were withdrawn and easily, without raising his finger, Vasishtha conquered Vishwamitra. Then Vishwamitra was wonderstruck. Then he thought, see, so much I have trained so many people also. So much karmaphala. Ultimately, there is one person who is calmly sitting and quietly just defeated me. Then what is the use of doing so much karma, having all these kinds of comforts? I leave everything. I want to become like him. So if the karmaphala can, produce all the results, whatever the results that we order, we should gain it. But many times we see that, we do, but we don't get results as we think of it. We don't get results exactly the way in which we want that results to be. So we don't get it. We can only do. We cannot produce the results. And most of the time, I am telling you, you should pardon me, most of the time whatever we do is only just guesswork. Just we think it is correct. We really do not know what really karma is. It is like when I was studying, there used to be an aptitude test. There is only yes or no. We just close your eyes and just keep ticking it. Yes or sometime by fluke what happened. It is correct. See, most of the karma also, we don't have complete knowledge about karmaphala or karta or about karma. We just, everybody is doing, I am also doing it. Sometimes most of our karmas also, sometimes it is just, just only a guesswork, just for the sake of understanding I am telling. Sometimes you do something, what you get is totally different. In Tamil we say that a person took a clay. He wanted to make a beautiful, Ganapati idol out of it. When it came out, it looked like a monkey. So intentions were good, but there was no skill. So sometimes, you wanted to see the vision of Mahaganapati, then only monkey appears. Sometimes what you do and what result you get, we sit in the seat of meditation, you can have all that, but then you should be able to meditate, no? What is the point in having it? We should be able to sit straight now first. Just keep watching me that I don't bend. We should train ourselves, no? Sometimes, getting up from the chair is also very difficult for us. Just absolutely. Even our own body is not under our control. We are not able to control our own body, no? After some time, the body is controlling us. Our senses are everything. We are controlled by everything. We may say that, I have studied, I have so much knowledge, I have so much wealth, I am so and so, all that, but body doesn't know that. Body doesn't listen. It doesn't listen. It doesn't care about your knowledge. It doesn't care about the amount of wealth you have got. It doesn't bother. So sometimes, see, you can't order everything. Then that individual also, then finally what happens? That individual entity, the jiva, the karta, he is also not, independent. He is also only dependent. Therefore, karta is dependent. Even his knowledge is also now, we are not master of every knowledge. Somebody knows, medicine. Somebody else knows engineering. The engineer doesn't know about, knowledge of medicine. The person who has got knowledge of medicine may not have the knowledge of architecture. So we are not masters of everything. therefore certainly our knowledge is also limited. We are alpajñas. The jiva is only alpajña. And even our powers is also, we have only limited power. Before it gets discharged, we should do everything. So we should keep charging. With all these limitations, how can one claim oneself as great? Therefore, karma is also not great. Karma is also not independent. Karmaphala is also not independent. Even the karma is also not independent. Then, beyond these three things, this karma, karta, karmaphala, all these three things must be governed by some other principle. There must be some other principle who is completely controlling the karma, the karmaphala, everything. Because we came into this world, did we create this world? I am just answering it. What is our creation? We have created only confusions. See, God created this world. What we have created? We have created only chaos and confusions. See, before we came into this world, the world is already created. Even the body is not created by us. Body is not created. See, everything is original. Even one thing in this body, you just try to replace it. You cannot get the exact replacement, the way in which you just given to you by the Lord. Then who has given this body, this wonderful universe, the ability to do all the karmas, the ability to think? You do particular karma, only the particular result will come out. See, every karma is associated only with the result, particular result. It is not that you do that karma, you will get another result. No. You take a mango, you eat it, then it doesn't, taste like banana fruit. If banana doesn't taste like mango, see, then it becomes chaos. So you touch anything, you do this karma, only you will get this particular. Do good karmas, you will get punya. If you do all bad karmas, adharmik, you will only get papam. See, every karma, the karta, karmaphala, how they are beautifully, they are strung in one thread, you see that. So there is one unseen thread on which all the doers, now here if you are 60 people, how many doers are there? There are 60 doers are there. Maybe now the karma is only one karma. The karmaphala but karmaphala is also now, somebody may be enjoying, somebody may not enjoy, somebody may sleep. The phala is also different. But there is one substratum, there is one string on which all the karmas, all the kartas, all the karmapalas, they are strung. And that string is nothing to do with these karmas, karmapalas and kartas. It is much, much beyond all these things. It is always in its purest form. The thread is not influenced. The thread is not contaminated by the doer. The thread is not contaminated by the actions, by karmapalas. The karmapala do not taint the creator. The karmas cannot influence him. You got it? Nothing can influence him. So there must be some entity. At present, we may not accept it. We may not appreciate, his magnitude. We may not appreciate it, but there is an entity. There is some X. It is not that English X, EX. Like ex-husband, ex, not that. There is some X. That we may not know what it is. But lot of formulas are given in our scriptures. You keep applying those formulas, end of the day, if you are perfected those formulas, then you will discover what is X. You will directly come to realize the glory of that entity, that supreme reality, which supports all the karmas, all the kartas, all the karmapalas. Himself is untouched by anything. He is not depending on anybody. he is independent. He is totally independent. Such entity is there. He is a real karta. There is one, rest all only shadowed. There is one real karta. No, Ramana Maharshi says, Karturajñaya prapyate palam. Now you understood that kartuhu. If there is a law, there must be a law giver, no? See, you see this world, there is a perfect rhythm. Don't you see that? In this cosmos, there is a perfect rhythm in this cosmos is there. Everything is, it is so profound. Beautifully it is functioning. Abiding in that supreme law. Just see the sun rise. When sun comes on the horizon, does it make any noise? No noise. It silently comes up. When it sets, there is no noise. You see, the moment we get up, how much noise we make. We don't do such great work. The sun illuminating the whole world might, it is engaged constantly, 365 days, 24 hours into sun, but then it doesn't make any noise. All the powers in nature, abiding in that supreme law, they silently, they work. They work. See, there is a beautiful rhythm. See, the cosmos, please understand, the cosmos works in a perfect order. Who creates a disorder? It is man, because of his own, selfish desires. He is unable to work with the totality. In order to fulfill his own individual desires, he tries to create, just because of his selfishness, all imperfections are created in this already existing perfect world. The world need not be improved. The world is already perfect. It is God's creation. Absolutely there is no shortcoming in this world. The world is perfect. But because of our own ignorance, we create all kinds of shortcomings in this world. We create all imperfections. And the cosmos doesn't like imperfection. Disorderliness is against the function of cosmos. So, when we create this kind of disorder, the cosmos, the entire cosmos, they form a group. They come into orderliness. Again, they bring back to the order, and we call it as calamity. There is actually no calamity. See, there is a perfection, there is an order. We created some kind of a disorder. Nature doesn't like indiscipline. Nature doesn't like disorder. It organizes itself. It brings everything back into discipline, back into an order. Then what happens? Then we say that it is calamity. Nature doesn't create any calamity. Then we all the time, that we blame nature. See, we have created imbalance in this ecology. Otherwise, don't suspect, the intelligence of the Lord. It is said, there is a Sanskrit, it is said, Yat karyam tat sa kartrukam. These are all small, small formulas. Yat karyam. See, whenever you see some effect, when you see this world, the world is an effect. Whenever you see an effect, tatsa kartrukam. See, there must be a doer. If there is a effect, there must be a cause. Cause is there. If you see this universe, there is a universal law. Then there is a lawgiver. The law administrator is there. In Bhagavad Gita also, Lord says, Mayadhyakshena prakrutihi suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. Therefore, Arjuna, you listen to me. He says, Mayadya, under my lordship, under my presidentship, the entire nature delivers everything. See, it is my command. Kartuhu ajñaya. You understood now? There also Gita also says, Mayadhyakshena prakriti. It is by my command the sun comes up. It is not because of our, intelligence. By the command of the Lord, the sun rises up. Mayadhyakshena Prakriti. Therefore, yat karyam tat sa kartrukam. Yo yat karta sa sarvajnyaha. See, that doer, his knowledge is not limited. He has an unlimited knowledge. Therefore, yo yat karta sa sarvajnyaha. Yo yat karta. That doer is not like alpajnana. He can do anything. Everything. There is nothing impossible for the Lord to do in this world. He is completely independent. He can create, he can sustain, he can withdraw. Everything can be done at his own will. He carries a tremendous will. By his will alone, everything happens. Everything happens. Think about our own willpower. We always, our mind always kneels before the will. We don't have that much willpower. So, if there is a yo yat karta sa sarva, he is not only sarvajnyaha, yo yat karta sa saktiman. Not only he is a doer, he is, when we say sarvajnyaha, omniscient, we say, no, in English we call it, he is an omniscient. He is a sarva shaktiman, he is omnipotent. He has everything. So, he has created this law of karma. Therefore, only by the command of the Ishwara, all the jivas, they gain their karmaphalas. Now, who is supreme? Who is supreme? Therefore, this Lord is supreme. So, he is seated very much in our own heart. So, this is the first verse. It was nice. Karturajnaya prapyate palam karma kim param karmatajjadam krudimahodadau padanakaranam palamashashvatam gati nirodakam ishwararpitam nechaya kritam chittashodakam muktisadakam kaya vangmana karyamuttamam pujanam japas chintanam kramat. Before I leave, you all should by heart this. Let's see that whether you are sarvajna or what. So, such is the beauty of the Lord. Therefore, a jiva must always look up to him. Surrender to him. Otherwise, only karmas and karmaphalas, all these kartas, they are all limited. I think more of it we will see at 4 o'clock. My language is okay? Fine? I need not improve, no? I need not improvise, no? Thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.